Hello and welcome to the Health Source podcast, your source for all things health, wellness, and lifestyle inspo. I'm your host, Beck Russell, health and life coach and the author of Life in the Soul Lane. Through conscious conversations, our aim is to inspire and empower you to live your most well, happy, and vibrant life. If you're ready to elevate your well-being, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Are you looking to uplevel your mornings, your days, and ultimately your life? I've got a cool freebie that I think you are going to love if you answered yes. It is called Mindful and Motivated Mornings, and I created this freebie because I understand that how we start our day can really determine how our day will flow on from there. So inside this freebie, you will receive a 20-minute yoga practice, a nourishing breakfast recipe, and you'll also get a reflection journal where you can write down any thoughts or feelings that are coming through for the day. And you can also track your food, your movement, and your water intake as well. And this can all happen under 30 minutes because I know a lot of us are time poor and we're busy and we're out there chasing our dreams. So I wanted to make sure that it was able to fit into your busy morning routine as well. So if you feel like this is exactly what you need to start your day off the right way, click the link in the show notes and you will be taken straight to the download where you can start your day off in the right way. Hello and welcome back to the podcast. I hope you're having a wonderful day, whatever you're up to. Today, I want to talk to you about motivation. And when I put out a call to my community about one of the big barriers or struggles that they have for achieving their health and their life goals, this was a really, really big one that we seem to be struggling with a little bit. So I really wanted to speak into this notion of motivation today. So here's the thing about motivation. It is fleeting. This is just a fact of life. And this is why we can't rely solely on motivation to move us from where we are now to where we want to go. And knowing this about motivation can really help us to keep moving through it, whatever challenges arises for us during these lull or quieter times. Motivation does tend to come in waves, and this is where connecting to your why is going to help you to keep moving forward when you quite honestly just can't be bothered. So you have to rely on yourself to keep moving forward because no one else can do it for you. And you really do owe it to yourself to keep showing up as the highest version of you. So these are 3 reasons why you could potentially be lacking motivation. I'm going to share some resolutions to these as well, and also some other things that go hand in hand with motivation. So number 1 is that you don't have clarity about what you want. Getting clear on what you want and how you're going to get there is really going to support you to keep going. If you don't know where you're going, it's really hard for you to stay motivated to keep going. So really take some time to have a think about what it is that you want to achieve and how you want to feel in your life and in your body and your health. And that's really going to help you to keep pushing forward gently. It's not like we're always pushing forward against our body's intuitive wisdom, but keep nudging forward towards the life and the health that we know that we desire and deserve. Number 2 is that you don't have a strong enough why. So this is kind of tied into point number 1. Think about it like this. If the reason why you're doing something isn't solid, it will start to fall down around you. So if you think about it like a house that is built on either solid foundations or not solid foundations. The house that's built on solid foundations is going to have a nice sturdy structure, and it's going to be able to stay steadfast in amongst the turbulence that unfolds during life. And conversely, if your foundations are rocky and loose and they're not sturdy, it's not going to give you a very good baseline for you to move from. So really connecting to that why and connecting to the reason why you want to do something. Number 3 is that what you think you want might not actually align with what you actually want. So if you think about, a lot of the time, or some of the time, we can be basing what we think we want or what we think we should be doing on, I guess, societal expectations, or maybe we're looking around at others in our life or our peers and seeing what they're doing and thinking that that's what we need to be doing too. But if you keep following down that path, that's actually just going to take you further and further away from your authentic path and from your authentic life. And it's much better off to draw your awareness within and feel into and think about what it is that you want, so that you can start to anchor these goals in that are conducive to you and what you want to do and how you want to live and how you want to feel. And they're actually going to serve you and start to align yourself with your authenticity and with your highest self and with your best feeling self too. So how you want to feel in your body, in your emotions, and in your mental faculties as well. Some other things that usually come along with motivation and just helping you to stay motivated and stay on track is organization. So thinking about organization as a tool for freedom. Being organized really does help and makes things easier and smoother for the future version of you. So if you can plan out your day the night before as much as possible to get the most out of each day, you might also choose to plan out your week ahead on the weekends, whatever aligns for you and feels good for you, to move you from where you are now to where you want to be, and also for you to feel how it is that you want to feel. Being organized really allows things to flow easier, and it really does create a whole lot less stress for you as well. And the other thing I wanted to touch on here as well is consistency. So unfortunately, with consistency, there's no magic that comes along with this other than for you to actually do the thing. So your consistency can vary. You can do the best that you can each and every day to inch you closer and closer to where you want to go. So connecting with your why as your motivation to stay consistent. And some days you might only have the capacity for small steps, and some days you might be able to go big. So whilst you want to make sure that you are staying consistent and holding yourself accountable, we also are approaching it with a level of gentleness as well. So you want to keep going, keep staying consistent, keep showing up as the future version of you and being the embodiment of who you are, who you're stepping into, and who you want to be. So you can identify your why, ask yourself the big reason why you're here, the big reason why you want to step forward into the goals that you've set for yourself. Write them down, keep it somewhere where you can see it on a regular basis, and this will act as your anchor and your lighthouse when things will inevitably arise in life and potentially get in the way. So just keep going, keep checking in with your goals and make sure that they're still aligned with you and what you want. And you can start to embody that future version of you now. Start showing up as the future version of you into the person that you're stepping into and that you're becoming, and the person who's already doing those things that you know that you want to be doing. You can ask yourself, how does this version of me show up How does she dress? How does she move through her day? What are her daily actions that bring her visions and her dreams and her goals and desires and what she wants for herself and how she wants to feel? How does all of that happen? How does that person, that version of me, move through their world, through their days, through their weeks? So these are my top tips on how to stay motivated. And I guess the really big thing is staying connected to your why you're doing the things that you're doing, tuning in and tapping into that future version of you who's already doing the thing, and holding that vision of the future version of you in your awareness so that you can stay connected, so that you can know that you're moving closer and closer and closer towards where you know you want to be. And obviously this will evolve and shift and change over time as we do. But ultimately, at the end of the day, like I said, motivation is fleeting. It's just a fact of life. And so identifying our why, keeping ourselves accountable and staying connected to that future version of us is what's going to keep moving you forward on the days when you potentially don't really feel like it. But you owe it to yourself to keep going, keep moving forward, and keep edging closer towards the highest version of you. So I hope this is helpful. I hope it landed for you. I would love to hear your tips on how you stay motivated, and also what it is that you're working towards as well with your health and your life goals. So you can come over and connect with me on Instagram. My handle is @BeckRussell_. And I'll be back in your ears again next week. So until then, take really good care of yourself, and I'll chat to you again soon.